Hey friends, my name is Stephanie Jones. I also go as the Giving Gal. I'm the author of the book called The Giving Challenge. Sorry, I have a book called The Gratitude Challenge also. And I wanted to record this video as a way, I guess, to help those who are wanting to help those in Nashville with the tornadoes. I'm already getting emotional. I've lived through multiple tornadoes. I'm in the state of Indiana, and I'm grateful, blessed that I haven't had to experience the destruction that they are there, but know many who have. And I wanted to read to you a story from my book, The Giving Challenge. If you're thinking about, like, I don't have money to give, I always am big on, I speak and I write on giving, and I know that from giving a gift every day for 522 days, that giving isn't always about money or your time. Sometimes it's about sacrificing. Sometimes it's about looking around your home. Sometimes it's about doing unexpected things. Sometimes it's just praying for those people that are involved in the volunteers and the first responders and families. And so I want to read you this story that I wrote, and it's day 18 in the book, and it's called Pencils and Prayers. Are you a collector of dishes, dolls, figurines, shoes, purses? As a child, toys didn't really interest me. I was allergic to stuffed animals and surrounded mostly by boys. I played sports, school, and created adventures in the woods near my home. Even though I didn't enjoy toys, I loved collecting stickers, postcards, and pencils. Can you just say hashtag nerd? And pencils, you might be thinking, I know, I'm a nerd. And when I say collecting, I mean it on the true sense of the word. I treasured these little wooden sticks. I don't know why I'm getting emotional reading this. I didn't sharpen or use them for homework. I stored them safely in a school box. Occasionally, I'd take the pencils out of their box, admire their intricate details, visualizing where the pencil came from, and then I'd neatly pack them back in the box. This box traveled with me to every dorm room, apartment, and the houses I've ever lived in. I've been hauling these pencils around for almost 30 years. Since childhood, I had collected nearly 150 pencils, none of which were the yellow standard number 2 pencils. The pencils were all different colors with various sayings etched in the wood. Some of my favorites came from museums in Chicago and Washington. My pencil collection made its final move on May 2011 when the town of Joplin, Missouri was flattened and destroyed by an F5 tornado. A total of 158 people lost their lives in the destruction. The citizens of this community were in desperate need of necessities and clothing. I had just cleaned out my closet and didn't have clothes to give away. So I took money from my giving budget and bought toiletries. I purchased things like washcloth, toothpaste, toothbrush, toilet paper, contact cases, soap, and ponchos. School supplies were also needed. So I opened up my office closet, which was packed with supplies. I pulled out pens, paper, and folders. As I was going through my supplies, my box of pencils caught my eye. I thought, oh no, God, not my pencils. It seems so stupid reading it, and why I'm so emotional. One thing I learned through my giving journey is that when God speaks, I need to listen. I firmly believe ideas don't randomly pop into my head, especially when it comes to giving. Like I said, I'd been hauling these pencils around for years. I've donated school supplies to the local school every year. I purchase supplies for children I know, and most of the time those that I don't. And not one time in my life has the thought crossed my mind to give away my pencil collection until this fateful day. Even though I know what was needed to be done, it was difficult for me to part with my special collection. Sometimes God doesn't make giving easy. Sometimes it's a sacrifice. He asks us to stretch so we can grow. And although these were just pencils, they were tied to many memories. They came home with me from field trips, vacations, were given to me from friends, and came from places I had worked, in a way documenting my life. Sitting cross-legged on the floor and sorting the pencils, a calming peace came over me as I realized a child who had just lost everything might, for just a moment, find joy in a brightly colored pencil with sparkles and glitter, a Bible verse, and other words of encouragement. After giving away my pencils, I questioned if collections were meant to be kept and then, at the perfect moment, be given away. I often wonder about my pencil collection. It's been several years since I gave them away. I wonder about the children that received them and how their lives were forever changed by something so destructive. I also think how beautiful it was to see thousands of people, strangers from across the country, coming together to help a community in need. Did these acts of kindness somehow change their lives for the better? Was someone who was lacking faith in Christ led to Christ? Did people who were lonely become surrounded by people who were all in the same boat, struggling to rebuild and develop an unexpected friendship? I don't know. Maybe through it all, there is still a pencil in a drawer or in a pocket that was sent all the way from Indiana to Missouri in hopes of sketching a smile on a child's face. What's cool about that story is I had never met anybody from Joplin. And a couple of years ago at a writers' conference, I was seated next to someone that she and her family survived the Joplin tornadoes. And she explained to me and passed along gratitude of what it meant, from the smallest of donations to the biggest donations that they received in that time. So today, I know I gave up my pencil collections and I'm an emotional mess talking about it. But I want to say that our friends, our family, strangers, U.S. citizens, people that we know, love, and don't know, are struggling. And there's something that you can give. And so I just ask today that whatever that is, you go out and give it. So here's to happy giving and giving that stretches you. Bye.